Now we can get to the vocals. So, I'm gonna make this easy for you guys.
Oh, well, hello there.
Let's go to where she starts singing. Well, hello there.
Talking about me across the way. They talking about the things I did yesterday.
So I hear a couple of things with this. First of all, let's start off with the chain. Let's start from nothing. Turn all these off. Turn the effects off.
Talking about me across the way.
Okay.
They talking about the things I did yesterday.
I typically start off with a de-esser on the front end and listen to the vocals too, if they actually have S's and T's and stuff like that. You don't need a de-esser on oohs. I'm guilty of doing this, working from a template. You don't need a de-esser on somebody saying ooh and ah. So first, check to see if there's any S's and plosives and all of that.
Talking about me across the way. They talking about the things I did yesterday. Talking about me across the way.
So it's nothing intense so far.
I did yesterday. And I know I was wrong for a lot of the things that I did and I said, but you still love me. I don't deserve the grace you give towards me, so I give you.
So I'll start there. I'll actually start with a de-esser on as my first line of defense for the plosives. Then after that, I'm going to go into RVox. This is typically what I like to do. RVox is basically like a really fire compressor, but it has its own unique kind of characteristics to it. Notice we don't have like we only just have compression and gain. We don't really have a whole lot, so it's doing multiple things at once.
I did yesterday, and I know I was wrong for a lot of the things.
It sounds warmer. So I like to use that because it gives me the illusion of outboard gear. Like, oh, I recorded with something on the vocal. So that's like the first realm of stuff. So technically, you could put that on the actual tracks themselves where it says lead, all of the leads and stuff. You could technically put those here, but I got it up here because in Logic, you can throw as many plugins on one bus, you know, as you need. I don't use the Infinity EQ anymore. But this is the EQ that came with it, the template.
Yesterday. And I know I was wrong for a lot.
And I know I was wrong. Yeah, you are wrong for EQing the vocal. Like, don't fix that. Okay, we're going to put some Pro Q on here and actually EQ this vocal.
I did yesterday.
Roll off.
And I know I was wrong for a lot of the things that I did and I said, but you I did yesterday, and I know I was wrong.
You got to get used to listening for frequencies that bother you.
I did yesterday, and I know I was wrong for a lot of the things that I did.
So I'm gonna find it. That's a little bit too, yeah, that's narrower.
I did yesterday, and I know I was wrong for.
That's coming from her mic, so we gotta turn that down.
I did yesterday. And I know I was wrong for a lot of the things that I did and I said.
All right, now let's get over here.
I did yesterday.
That's the good stuff.
And I know I was wrong for.
I actually want that to a certain degree because I want to be able to introduce that to the mix, but the right way. So I'm going to hold off on all that stuff.
I did yesterday. And I know I was wrong for a lot of the things that I did and I said, but you still love.
Nothing else really bothers me, so I'm going to leave it alone. Now we're going to go into some compression.
I did yesterday. And I know I was wrong for a lot.
That's a lot of compression for no reason. So again, template. Yeah. This is where it kind of falls apart. You have to tweak it.
I did yesterday. And I know I was wrong for a lot of the things that I did and I said, but you still love me. I don't deserve the grace you give to.
Rule of thumb, if you hear one compressor doing a whole lot, something is wrong, especially on the vocal. If you hear one compressor sounding like it's 10 of them, you got to back off like I did. You got to use your ears. So that's a reasonable amount. We don't need this template is really trash in terms of vocals. We don't need C4 after that compressor. So I'm actually just going to take that off. And I'm going to go into the Pool Tech next and start to enhance. We took a lot away. So let's bring back some sauce.
Yesterday, and I know I was wrong for a lot of the things that I did and I said, but you still love me. I don't deserve the grace you give towards me, so I give you everything, yeah. I did yesterday, and I know I was wrong for a lot of the things that I did and I said, but you still love me. I don't.
Remember I told you about that de-esser? This is why I put that first.
I did yesterday, and I know I was wrong for a lot of the things that I did and I said, but you still love me.
Oh, that's a pleasant air now. I like that. So I'm gonna save that. We're gonna move that there. We're gonna actually, that's fine. We can keep it as is because I see the CLA 2A is next.
I did yesterday, and I know I was wrong for a lot of the things that I did and I said.
Okay, now it's time to turn on the music.
Mixing is a very, very hard art to master. I know because I've been trying to master this art for several years. That is one of the reasons why I do Mix Mondays. It's a learning environment, and every mix that I do, I learn something new. And I've taken everything that I've learned over the years and we have poured it into our mixing templates. Mixing templates are a great starting place, and we have created several templates that allow you to get up and going quickly, and we have created them for Logic Pro X, we have created them for Pro Tools, for Studio One, for Ableton Live, and so many others. So if you're interested in taking your mixing to the next level, or even just getting started, make sure you check out these links down below in the description of this video and grab your template today. All right, back to the show.
Yesterday, and I know I was wrong for a lot of the things that I did and I said, but you still love me. I don't deserve the grace you give towards me, so I give you everything. I did yesterday, I did yesterday, and I did yesterday, and I know I was wrong for a lot of the things that I did and I said, but you still love me. I don't deserve the grace you give towards me, so I give you everything.
So it's just putting her vocal more in the front. Sorry, I got a little quiet there. I was focused. I was dialed in. 2K, remember I told you about that, the human voice where we recognize it in terms of perceived loudness is 2K. That's like a sweet spot. You bump that, vocal starts to come out.
I did yesterday, and I know I was wrong for a lot of the things that I did. I did yesterday.
Okay, now we can put some effects back. So the effects of my choice is H reverb and H delay. These are my weapons of choice. I got the delay in a ping pong, so it's gonna go left to right, and it's literally just gonna add a vibe.
I did yesterday, and I know.
All right, let's unmute
yesterday, and I know I was wrong for a lot of the things that I did and I said, but you still love me. I don't deserve the grace you give towards me, so I give you everything, yeah.
See how it puts her in a vibe? Now we're vibing with the track, especially in the intro.
It's your girl Chastity here, and
right here.
Yeah.
Now, one thing to help you when a vocal sounds like it's sticking out like a sore thumb, the rule of thumb, see what I did there? Thumb is sometimes it's simply that low end of that bass of their voice. So you might want to come back in there and roll off a little bit of the bass so they don't sound like they stick out like a sore thumb. You want it to sound like it's a part of the same unit.
Right. I ain't talking about it. Right. I ain't talking about it. passed away. Right
Yeah, computers just.
about the things I did yesterday. And I know I was wrong for a lot of the things that I did and I said, but you still love me. I don't deserve the grace you keep towards me, so I give you everything.
Now, there's some spots where I like her low end, and there's some spots where I don't like it as much. So this is why I had the multi-band compressor on the vocal. The safest place to put the multi-band is most likely going to be before that last bit of EQ. So now you could put C4 back, and I'll show you why it was there in the first place. The multi-band is going to give you some sauce, like some really good sauce. And then we're literally done after this because the BGV sound perfect with the template stuff. So we're going to reach for C4. And I'm going to clear this out, meaning I'm going to zero everything out. And I'm going to find where the base of her vocal is. And I'm going to enhance and control simultaneously. Right in here. So we can actually bypass the low end, the stuff that we don't need. We can bypass that. This is the juice of where that low end is. I love it and hate it at the same time. So we're going to control it by controlling this band with compression.
Things that I did and I said, but you still love me. I don't deserve the grace towards me, so I give you everything.
So now every time it comes in, it's gonna duck that frequency of her voice. Let's listen to it with the track.
All for a lot of the things that I did and I said, but you still love me. I don't deserve the grace you give towards me, so I give you everything.
Now that's so I give you. We can channel that now and boost some of that up. I'll boost it up about 1.5 dB.
All for a lot of the things that I did and I said, but you still love me. I don't deserve. All for a lot of the things that I did and I said, but you still love me. I don't deserve the grace you give towards me, so I give you everything.
See what I'm saying? That's the purpose of a multi-band. You can jump in there and accentuate a frequency that may be a love-hate thing. And that's how you could get a really fire vocal chain. What's also bugging me right now is these effects. We need to EQ the effects. Yes, you need to EQ your effects. Believe it or not, you want to roll off the low end on the effects too, because the effects can carry other frequencies that you're not mindful of, and you'd be like, man, why do I get a low rumble when I hear reverb? Because it has it in there.
All for a lot of the things that I did and I said, but you still love me.
And I'm gonna do a roll off on the top end of it too, of the reverb.
I don't deserve the grace you give towards me, so I give you everything. Yeah.
Now the whole song is starting to sound clean. That's why when I played the rough, hear that it was rough, even though the blend between instruments sounded good, but the mix sonically needs a lot of work.
All for a lot of the things that I did and I said, but you still love me. I don't deserve the grace you give towards me, so I give you everything. Yeah. Cause I don't deserve it, and I didn't earn it, yeah. It's your love for me. Whoa.
Last but not least, de-esser. We're gonna de-ess on the way out of the lead vocal.
Things that I did and I said, but you still love me. I don't deserve the grace you give towards me, so I give you everything, yeah. I don't understand why you do. I don't understand why deserve it, and I didn't earn it, yeah. It's your love for me, oh.
Boom. And we got a mix. That's like what you call mix one after we do that. Of course, we got to automate and stuff like that, but everything is living where it needs to live.
Yo, I hope you enjoyed this exclusive clip from our Mix Monday live streams. We do these live on Monday nights, so make sure you grab the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss it when we go live. If you want to check out more of these, check out this playlist right over here. And if you're interested in taking your mixing or production to the next level, check out the templates and the links that we have below. I'll talk to you guys on the next one. I'm out. Peace.